The next company I would like to introduce, I'll be presenting is Greg Rovner, CEO of Healy. So, Greg, the floor is yours. Remember, you have a total of 12 minutes. Make sure you try to leave 6 minutes left for Q&A so you can get as much feedback as possible to see the level of interest from these investor judges. And the floor is all yours, Greg.
Thank you very much. Assuming that you could see my deck on the screen.
Correct, yes.
Wonderful, thank you very much. Yes, thank you for the intro. My name is Greg Rovner. I am the co-founder and CEO of Healy. We started Healy in 2017 with the purpose of providing access to trusted alternative medicine service providers. Since our launch, we have tripled our revenue year over year. In 2020, we generated almost $5 million in gross sales on the platform, which is worth around $1 million in net revenue to us. We are raising our Series A to become the leading SaaS company for cannabis and alternative medicine businesses. And here's our story. Healthcare is changing at an incredible pace. This has been vastly accelerated by COVID. The companies that are digitizing healthcare today command incredibly high valuations since more and more people are ready to embrace telemedicine. In 2019, almost $100 billion was invested into the telemedicine space. In 2020, since COVID, non-urgent telemed visits spiked over 4,000%. The problem is that alternative medicine has been left behind. The solutions that exist today are geared towards hospitals, urgent care, and primary care facilities. They are expensive and they do not provide all of the features that alternative businesses require in order to operate. We launched Healy because 88 million Americans spend $100 billion on alternative medicine every year. And we believe that we can capitalize on this opportunity. Let's take a closer look at our market. We've identified 94,000 alternative medicine businesses in the United States with this exact problem. Since currently the average business pays around $40,000 per year to use our platform, we get to a direct TAM of 3.7 billion. Now, here are some of the businesses that are actually a perfect fit for our platform. Cannabis clinics, ketamine and psychedelic clinics, dispensaries and other retailers, NLP coaches, nutritionists, and much more. We solved the problem for them by providing a telehealth SaaS platform that brings alternative medicine businesses online in a fashion very similar to what MindBody did for yoga and fitness. We do this by providing a platform that streamlines the core functions necessary: telemedicine, marketing, data management, and e-commerce, thereby cutting costs and increasing revenues for our customers. Let's dive into the ROI a little bit. The average customer pays around $3,000 per month to use our platform. But as you can see, the benefits vastly outweigh the costs. They are able to generate additional revenue by having access to a larger patient pool. They save around $4,000 per month in admin fees because of the streamlined workflow we provide. By combining the software of Calendly, Dr. Kronos, Stripe, DocuSign, they are able to save about $1,000 per month on software subscriptions, all by deploying our easy-to-use, all-in-one solution. Healy also provides built-in marketing automation, which is something that your average alt-med provider has no idea about. Businesses that deploy Healy receive an ROI of about 270%, or about $9,000 in monetary value. Let's take a look at a few examples of our customers. Dr. Cheryl deployed Healy for her clinic in 2017 because she wanted to create an online offering for her patients. Her clinic has been growing 25% year over year as a result. She is using Healy for our video conferencing, marketing, and e-commerce in order to power her business. Dr. Milanis was able to launch Rejuve IV from the ground up in less than 30 days exclusively through the use of our platform. Milanis uses Healy to manage payments, scheduling, and his data. These two customers are not just isolated cases. They reflect our product market fit. With a 112% dollar net expansion rate, clinics actually grow by deploying our software. 4 years and 40 customers later, we have already been able to bring 300,000 patients into our ecosystem. Our business model is incredibly simple. We take an average of 20% of each transaction on the platform, which leads us to the following unit economics. Our fully loaded customer acquisition cost is $16,000, and it takes us about 5 months to recover that cost. We are projecting a churn of 1.5% monthly, which gets us to a lifetime value of $240,000, which is a 15-to-1 ratio against our customer acquisition cost. We grow by targeting the 94,000 alternative medicine businesses that we identified. We get prospects into our funnel by using our digital marketing strategy, and then they're converted by our salespeople at approximately 1 customer per month. And to keep them on the books, we provide additional features based on customer feedback to further simplify and grow their business. This is our competitive landscape. Some of our competitors are like Cario and Practice Fusion, where they provide telemedicine, EMR, and basic patient engagement solutions. Others, such as Shopify, for example, while they're not direct competitors, they're often replaced by us for e-commerce, payment processing, and other services. We do not currently have insurance billing capabilities, as you can see, but that's because our customers are cash businesses that typically do not submit insurance claims. Thank you. As you can see, we are the only platform that offers everything an alternative medicine business needs to operate, helping our customers streamline every part of the process and make more money. Here's a little bit about our team. There are 4 full-time founders. Our technical founder has a PhD in computer science, and the other 3 have long careers in entrepreneurship, operations, and sales. And in addition to our executive team, we've got incredible advisors that have scaled great companies and have had some incredible exits. As you can see by our quarterly financials, we continue to show steady and consistent growth. We ended 2020 with 42 customers, and we will triple that amount in 2021. We will sustain a 300% CAGR for the next 2 years, and following this trajectory, the Healy platform will generate over $400 million in sales and over $80 million in net revenue by 2025. And we are here today raising $5 million in capital to accelerate our growth. We've got 3.5 already in commitments and 1.5 open on the round. We will deploy these funds to hire an additional 20 salespeople. We will increase our marketing efforts, and we will upgrade our software with additional features and improved UX. By 2022, with this money, we will onboard an additional 300 customers, grow our GMV from 5 million to 57 million, and take our revenue from 1 to 11 million. Thank you very much, and I hope you'll join us.
Great. We have about 5 minutes left for Q&A. Thank you so much, Greg. Which one of the investor judges has the first question? You know what? Let's get Carol.
Okay.
We're gonna do Carol. Then we're gonna do Deborah. Do you have your hand up too? So we're gonna go Carol, Deborah, Adam, Scott. All right. Let's bang them out really quick, everyone, to enough time.
Thank you. Great presentation. Can you please go again over the type of financial instrument you're offering? How much equity, if so, if it's a convertible note you're offering, can you please let us know the details regarding that convertible note or whatever the financial instrument will be in terms of discounts, rates, and how much of your company are you offering, please? Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So this is actually an equity raise, straight equity. This is not going to be a convertible note. And we are actually in the process of putting the final touches on the term sheet with our lead. And they are the ones that are establishing the terms. So at this point, I cannot disclose the terms of the round, but we will be able to disclose the terms in the next several days.
Great, Carol. And then Adam, what is your question?
Quick question. Excellent presentation. Excellent. You walked through not only the need, but really succinctly walked through every little piece. So bravo. In regarding to the marketing automation for your clients, can you better explain that and how that has funneled the growth for your clients?
Absolutely. So by deploying the software, they're able to immediately use all the capabilities that it has to provide. We are integrated with a few marketing automation tools. We're integrated with Twilio for their text messaging capabilities, and we're integrated with MailChimp and Mandrill for the emails. And so what happens is, first of all, the onboarding of the clinic includes the uploading of their patient base. Those patients get uploaded into the electronic medical record, and they fall into the cadence, the voice, and the messaging that we establish with our customer, the clinic, as to at what point do they receive text messages? What do those text messages say? What do the emails say? What is the message? How often do they receive an email? What services do we want to send emails out to get people back into the queue for, so that they can generate additional visits and additional revenue? So basically, the platform automates the kind of drip campaigns for these clinics and makes it so that they can increase revenues through cross sales, through upsales, and through just communicating with their patients in a meaningful way and getting them back into a visit.
Great, thank you so much. Scott Berman, I believe you had a question.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. Great job, great presentation. Can you talk about how the pandemic has changed the world of telemedicine? Where you guys were before, you were already heading down this road. The pandemic happened, and then what's happened since then to your company?
Yeah, great question. Thank you, Scott. Well, the pandemic, I was uncertainty at first, but the pandemic obviously had a positive effect. I think it was a couple of reasons. I mean, number one, we're one of the largest platforms in the cannabis space, connecting patients to doctors that are, working with cannabinoids. And so prior to the pandemic, obviously we're focusing on telemedicine states. We had patient flow in about 6 states. And because of our business model, because of the agility of our tech, we were very well positioned to scale at the opportunity. And COVID essentially brought that opportunity all at once, to where we went from 6 states to 37 states over the period of a few weeks. States that never considered telemedicine had opened up telemedicine, and this buzz essentially tripled our revenue in 2020 and grew our patient flow to 37 states as it sits today. And this brought other opportunities. There's other verticals.
And Greg, I want to interrupt you right there, because I know that's because I want to get one last question in. Noble, you're the last question, so you can ask a question, and then Greg, you have 30 seconds to respond back to Noble's question. Okay.
Thank you.
Greg, great representation. I saw that you have a HIPAA compliant, I guess, video chat. Is the long-term goal for Healy to start actually working in traditional medicine, not just alternative? Because that's one of the biggest issues now, that a lot of people don't have HIPAA compliant video.
Yes, we're very. Our platform's agile in the sense that we could be deployed in a traditional clinic versus an alt med clinic. The platform will work the same in any circumstance. We're very heavily focused on the alternative medicine space for a variety of reasons. Obviously, it's not as saturated. We think it's a huge opportunity because people are learning about alternatives, and there's a lot of misinformation about alternatives. And our platform leads with best-in-class doctors, best-in-class products, and that creates this this credibility that drives more customers into the specific services. So we believe the opportunity is in alternative medicine, and we believe that we've got a lot of work to do within that space. Maybe the future will take us to primary care, and we'll end up powering some other types of practices. But right now, we are certainly focused on our core competency, and that is alternative medicine. Just kind of a couple points.
And Greg, I'm sorry, but listen, Greg, I give you credit because you're like the micro machine guy doing what you need to do. The next thing is, Greg, you need to go you need to go into the chat room, because you have several more questions for you. So please make sure you check the chat room. Kevin Clancy, I know we didn't have time to get to your question, but thank you for putting the question in the chat room. So Greg, put your information in the chat room. Make sure you do all attendees, all panelists, give your contact information, as well as look at the other questions that you have. Great job, Greg. I know 12 minutes goes very, very quickly. That's why every minute over 6 minutes, we don't get as many questions. So great job.